So,
Good,
hello
good.
everyone. I am Dawn Jett. I am the co-founder of Spruce Micro, and I am the one that writes all the protocols that creates all the results that you see on Instagram, including Trisha's. Trisha is a virtual patient from Houston, Texas. She is also my cousin, who is coming on here to join us tonight just to tell her story about becoming pigment free. She has absolutely beautiful skin, as you can see. So, we'll let you get started.
All right. Well, yes, we're cousins. And, I saw for a long time you posting, and it piqued my interest, right? But at the same time, like, I know you, and I know you're not going to BS me, right? But it still took me a little while. I was apprehensive just due to the fact that I've used other products before, and I had high hopes for them and they didn't work. But I stalked your page literally. Every post you made, I was like, wow. I mean, it was just all the results were amazing, right? And I'm like, okay, I know she's not going to BS me. So this is real. This is happening. And I've also seen it, for yourself. Just to back up a little bit, as you know, back in the 1900s, right? That's what I tell my kids all the time. We were in the sun a lot when we'd go on vacation and whatnot. And yes, sometimes we used sunscreen, sometimes we didn't. And I was in the tanning bed all the time. I'm regretting it now, obviously. Looking back before I joined Spruce at my pictures, my very first pictures that I submitted to where I am now is like night and day. And I mean, I get so many compliments from friends and strangers. And I mean, I'll go to the store and a lady checking me out will be like, your skin, you're glowing, what are you doing? Honestly, it has made a complete difference for me. Personally, obviously the way that I look, it makes you feel better, right? To look good. And I mean, I was scrolling through my phone the other day, and I was just looking at my pictures and my history and the progress that I have made. And the pigment was so prominent in my before pictures. And I guess I really didn't realize how bad it was until you see it and then you compare and you're just like, wow, this is incredible. But I've used other products previously, and they honestly did not bring the goodness and, everything that I needed. One in particular that we discussed, it was more or less like you purchase a product and it was just like a spot cream. And as you've mentioned many times, and you're very firm, like, you cannot do that. You have to build your skin up. And I saw that between what I used previously to, all the products that you offer. And, by the way, I did just recently in the last 2 months switch over to your Spruce product, and I absolutely love it. I have seen an incredible difference in my face with those products just in the last 2 months that I've used them. Starting was very hard for me because I have a tendency I'll start something and then I'll slack off, right? Who doesn't?
Not
But
you.
yeah, not me at all. I had to push myself. And then once you see the difference that it really and truly makes, it changes everything about how you feel about yourself. And I just cannot stress how grateful I am that I jumped on the bandwagon and I finally was like, you know what? You've got to make a change for yourself. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. And what's it going to hurt if I don't try? And then once I did, I got hooked.
So your main concerns were dark spots?
Yep. Yep.
Is that the only changes that you saw in your skin, like once you started the protocol?
No, no. The texture of my skin completely changed. I mean, I feel like I'm glowing all the time. Even, my kids, well, when I went through the bad phase or the tomato face phase, right? As Taylor called me all the time. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it was rough and I wanted to give up, honestly. I mean,
Mm,
everywhere I went, I was just like, golly, people are going to look at me and whatnot. But you have to get through that and push
mm,
through, because if you quit, you're you're not doing yourself, you're quitting on yourself, essentially.
right, right.
And it's not fair to you to not give yourself that chance. And so I pushed through, went through the whole tomato phase, and now it's like, my kids see it, everybody sees the difference, and
Mhm.
I wouldn't change it for anything.
Right. So just so you know, for those who are not new here and you don't know what she's talking about, tomato face, is that whenever you change the skin, so your skin's broken. So obviously, if you've got dark spots, if you've got rough texture, if you got fine lines and wrinkles, you got all the things, like your barrier is pretty much destroyed. And often we destroy our barrier, not just from past damage, but from things that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So if you're using spot creams with 12% HQ and not treating your barrier, or using really actives without making sure the barrier is strong, you're actually destroying your skin even more. And even using like non-medical grade products, like over
Mhm.
the counter, Sephora, I don't care if it's Sephora, I don't care if it's Chanel, whatever it may be, Walmart,
Yeah.
whatever, all these things, like, they're not medical grade and they don't have the science behind them to make sure that they are actually micronized and go down deep into the skin. And so it just sits on top. And so you're creating
Mhm.
more and more damage. And so whenever we get started, you have to go through phases. And I'm strict. If you've watched some of my before, in the last 3 videos I've done, people have told me they're scared of me. Does not, everyone always says at the beginning. I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
I'll be honest with you. If I wasn't related to you, I probably would be too. But you tell it like it is, and I feel like that runs in our family, right? So, um, but also, I just want to say that when I see your posts, and we're all human, right? We
Mhm,
we might miss a day or two, whatever, life happens. I notice a difference.
mhm,
And then I regret it, right? I'm
mhm,
like, oh, I should have not just gone to sleep and I should have
mhm,
washed my face. Um, but then I'll see you post, and something that I might see on your post, it's just like, I got to get back on it. Like, if she sees my face right now, she's going to call me out,
mhm.
but
Yeah. Yeah. But
you,
I know it works. And I know what your face should look like when we're doing skin strengthening. I know what it looks like, should look like 2 weeks into doing correctives. What we do works
yep.
like magic, like clockwork, without a doubt in my mind. I can say this to anybody with pigment, that I know what's going to happen to your face within the first 2 weeks, within the first month,
Hmm.
within the first 2 months, if you do what we say. And if you're
Yeah.
not doing what we're saying, you can lie all you want and you can tell me you're using it. And we know how many pumps are in the bottle. But before even that, I know what it looks like on the skin. So,
Right.
I mean, I'll joke and say, like, unless Jesus is putting pumps in those bottles, you're not using it correctly. Like, you should not have this product anymore. You should have used it already because you're not doing it. So our protocols are going to tell you exactly what to use, how to use it, how many pumps, how to rub it in, why to use it. I'm a previous educator. I'm very big on education, but I always think, like, for my pigment, whenever this happened to me, if I would have understood from the beginning what was happening, I
Hmm.
would have stopped chasing the miracles, because that's what I was doing. Just like everybody, it's like, I wanted to fix now, now, now. We all
Right.
want it now, right?
That was me. Yep.
Um, and so, and no matter what it is, being fit or whatever it is, our groceries being delivered right away, we all want it now. But skin health doesn't work that way.
Right.
And so you've got to go through the process. So you've got to correct. So we build that barrier, and then we go through what we call correctives, and
Hmm.
that's anywhere between 2 to 4 months typically. And and I tell people this when I do my live call, because we do live calls once a month where we take new patients. I only take new
Hmm.
patients once a month. And I do require that you watch the live call because I want you to know what you're in for, because I don't want you to
Right.
waste your money because you're going to be pissed off at me if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to know. So yes, you're going to go through skin strengthening. That's an easy part. That's about a month. The next part, you're going to peel, itch, sting, burn, call me a bitch more than once. But at the same time,
Yes.
you're going to see results. So unlike, and I compare it to working out a lot, unlike working out. So working out and getting fit, like I recently gained probably 10 pounds in the past 2 months being here, eating out every night. It's terrible. But like it's going to take me a long time to see results just by starting it. So that's
Hmm.
harder, I feel like. At least when you're doing this, we're supporting the barrier. So the barrier is strong enough to do what it's supposed to be doing. So even though you're going through these reactions, it
Hmm.
weirdly still looks healthy. And you're
Right.
still getting compliments, even though you're red and peeling instinct, all those things, you're still getting compliments, which is crazy to think. Um, but if you don't go through those reactions, your skin's not going to change.
Yep.
So if you're watching tonight and you want some miracle and you don't want to go through this, I hope you love your skin.
Yeah.
Like, and it's okay if you want to keep your dark spots, if you want to keep your rough texture, if you want to age faster than everybody else, and you're happy with that, like this, some people they're good with that, and
Hmm.
more power to you. Like that's not your thing. But if you want your skin to change, stop chasing the miracle, because I promise you anything that if you don't go through reactions, it's not going
Yeah.
to change.
Well,
And
and
if
that's
you
the thing
don't strengthen
too.
that barrier, it's not going to, and you can't do it either, because then you're just causing too much inflammation if
Right.
you don't strengthen the barrier. So you've
Yeah.
got to do that. And then after that, you have to maintain it.
Right.
And because we're essentially tricking those skin cells into thinking and acting like they're younger,
Hmm.
and we're making them more resilient. If you stop doing what's creating the change, it's all coming back.
Yeah.
And again, if anybody tells you any different, they're either incompetent or straight up lying to you.
Yeah.
It's the truth. And I mean, if I have some of my
Absolutely.
competitors on here, I'm sure I do, I always do, and who sell that kind of thing, they probably calling me names and talking shit about me right now, which is fine. But you don't have my portfolio, just saying.
Right.
But
Right.
it's absolutely the truth. And if you know anything about skin, you know that's the truth.
Hmm.
And so the sooner you accept that, and also like we were talking earlier, you were saying that like it took, like it took you a little while to get started,
Yeah.
because we always have things going on. There's always going to be a wedding. There's always going to be an event. There's always going to be a vacation. Like the longer you wait, the worse your skin is getting by the day. And the more we
Right.
have to correct, the more expensive it becomes. So just do it, because if you have an event, we have what we call vacation protocols
Hmm.
that we adjust it so that it's more tolerable during that time, and then you go right back to it. So like there's if you keep waiting for that perfect time, it's never going to happen. It's never
No.
going to happen. And if you've got pigment, it's just getting worse by the day.
Well,
It's
and I saw that the longer I waited, the worse mine got, right?
mhm,
But I can honestly say, even through the thick of it, going through all the changes and everything, when I was red and when I peeled, just a little bit, like flaked, I guess you could say.
right.
Um, I liked it. I know that sounds so weird,
Mhm,
but I liked it because of the fact that I knew it was working. And
right.
it was. It is,
Mhm, mhm.
So I
Yeah.
cannot stress enough, how grateful I am to your entire team. I mean, I know you guys work incredibly hard going through all these different protocols and, having each and every person on something specific for what fits their skin, right?
Right.
And it's important. You shouldn't just be like handing out, a spot cream here and some other products there and saying, okay, here you go. You all take the same thing, because it doesn't work that way.
Right. Right. And as we've grown, like, I mean, I just like literally made up this. I was really just doing it for locals at first. And then I was getting messages all over the world, honestly,
Mhm.
like for help. And I just made up this whole virtual thing, like, okay, let me just make it up. I'm gonna start helping some people, having no idea how fast it would grow. And it grew, and we've had our growing pains where it was tough because everybody's got questions
Yeah.
all the time. Like, and
Right.
it's just you do like is this normal? Like it doesn't matter how many pictures I post, like people have questions all the time. And so we finally, like this past year, we worked 3 years on it. Actually, we have custom software where you're in a portal. You can chat with your practitioner anytime, and your practitioner, not AI, your practitioner is answering your questions. These are not automated answers. So like you're getting very, very detailed answers, and you can ask questions every single day if you want, and we're going to answer. And I think that's a huge part of our success with our patients as well.
Well, and your
Because that
portal is so
support.
straightforward and it's just easy to navigate through, you know, so
Yeah.
that's very helpful too. If I need to go look at my protocol or, you know, look at my old pictures. I mean, I love your new platform that you're using now. I can go back and see all that and see the progress that has been made. And I love that.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the time, and I think we're at 20 minutes right now on Instagram. Will cut me off when I go to repost this at 20 minutes. So we don't have time for questions. But and I didn't really see any here other than hi and that kind of thing. I need a
Yeah, I did
consultation.
see one say she's currently flaking. Girl,
Yeah.
just push through, keep going.
You got it's going
All I can say.
it's going to work. What we do,
Yes.
like I always jokingly say, like I suck at a whole lot of things in life, and believe me, I do suck at a whole lot of things in life, but I'm really good at this. Like really
Yes.
good. And I don't care how long you've had pigment. I don't care how many things you've tried. I don't care your skin tone, skin type. Like I'm sensitive or I'm oily, whatever it may be. Like I got you. What we do
Yeah.
works. I've done it
Well, and
thousands and thousands of times.
one last thing I will say, part of what held me back too is because I'm so sensitive, my skin just in general. But I mean, it's been incredible. It truly has. And like I said, I cannot stress enough and thank you so much for,
You're
you
very
know,
welcome.
pushing me and keeping me on track.
Yeah. And if you I see I need a consultation. If you DM me, I'll actually have my next live this Thursday. And so it's at 7:30. And we do require that you attend the live, at least one of our lives before you get started, because I do want you to know what all it involves, and how our program works and, you know, why it works and all the things, because I think an educated patient is a compliant patient. A compliant
Absolutely.
patient gets results. And so, you know, if you don't have 20 minutes to dedicate toward that, to getting on that, then you don't have time to fix your skin.
Yeah.
That's just it. So you can, if you DM me, I will give you the link for that. Also, I know that like Trisha has gotten DMs asking her protocols. You're not the only one. People do it all the time because I tag my people who are willing to collab with us. Please don't ask people their protocols. First of all, you're asking them to give you something for free because they pay for a membership and have gone through the things, and you're asking them to just give you something. But also, their protocol is not going to be your protocol.
Right.
And then secondly, the main part of their protocols are our Spruce exclusive products that you can't get anyway without coming through us. And so we're more than happy to help you. Just DM us. I'll give you a link to join the call. And yeah, we look forward to working with you. And if you have any other questions specifically that I missed on here, I don't see really any questions other than that. But you're more than welcome to send us a DM and Instagram messages or Facebook, and we will respond to them. So
Yes.
and then
Don't
also you
wait.
can
Do
text
yourself a
her.
favor. If you're on the fence, go for it.
Yep. Go for it. You will not regret it. Every
Nope.
single person that's waited, and the majority of our patients, and we're way over the 20 minutes, but that's okay. Majority of our patients have like the majority of my patients tell me I've watched you for a year. And I don't blame you, because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors out there. There's a lot of fakeness out there. Um, you know, and so watch us and go through our YouTube testimonials. There's more than Trisha that's gotten on here and talked and about their stories, but like be ready. There's never a perfect time to start. There's never a time where you never have anything going on, but it's not don't start unless you're willing to trust me, because if you're not willing to trust me, it's not going to work.
Absolutely.
If you trust and you follow it, I promise you it's going to work. I'm not supposed to give guarantees, but like if you do what I say, it's going to work. It will. I'm confident in that. And then also we have a text line as well that you can text. And if you DM me for that number too, I will, and I think it's on our whatever you want to call it, link in bio, whatever, and on our website. But I will also give you that number if you need it. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for Trisha for
Thank you for
telling
having
your
me.
story. You're
Absolutely.
welcome.
Anytime. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.